Welcome to Tell a Better Story, a series that goes beyond the headlines to uncover the inspiring narratives of everyday athlete advocates who are making a difference in their community. I'm your host, Mark Pan, and in each episode, we delve into the untold stories of those who are using their platform to bring about positive change. Today, we're heading into the heart of Los Angeles, where the passion for basketball meets the commitment to uplift lives. Join me as I sit down with an extraordinary individual who has turned the streets of Skid Row into a court of hope. In this episode, we shine a light on the Skid Row 3-on-3 Streetball League and the man behind it, Manuel Compito. Better known as OG Man, Manuel is not just a basketball enthusiast, he's a catalyst for change. Through the power of sport, he's transforming the lives of those often overlooked and underserved. What's up, Lynn? How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to do your thing.
How can we help?
In
the meantime,
ask him if he needs any help with logistics
Setup.
stuff. Yes, sir.
Hey there. Good to see you, man.
Good,
Nice
sir.
to meet you in person.
Well, glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. We're gonna shoot and just be part of it. Just weave in, chat, and talk to people along the way. Just kind of be a part of the experience.
Okay.
So in the meantime, how can we help?
Take them boxes.
Yep.
Wheel that. You
The
see
red
a
cart?
A table over there.
That
and
one?
Put all the stuff on that table.
The Skid Row Streetball League was born at Gladys Park at the corner of 6th and Gladys in downtown Los Angeles. At the time, that area was known as a place overrun by drugs and a community abandoned by the city. Through the league and its tournaments, Gladys Park was transformed into a safe haven. Their first tournament since COVID was being held at the Budokan Center in Little Tokyo, a first for the league and born out of a long-standing partnership between the two communities.
Which way? This way.
OG calls it Skid Rokio, and we were grateful to be welcomed in among longtime players, organizers, and other community partners.
Come over here.
We have a series called Tell a Better Story. Because that's what we're here. That's what we're doing here today. Is just, we're out here, we're in the community, we're here in Little Tokyo, to learn more about what the Streetball League's doing to impact the community. So meeting Lynn and meeting, there we go.
Oh my goodness, I'm just,
Yeah.
these are the things that I wake up for that excites me to continue down a journey of advocacy is running into other individuals that are making their purpose connected to like helping other people.
Yeah.
And it's not even a hard conceptual idea to be able to say, this is what I'm good at, this is what I can do, let me like help someone else, because oftentimes in the sports world or just in the world, people are focused on their lanes and no one's telling their stories. The bigger narratives of so many other things are being told, but like not the everyday folks that are like, I'm not doing it for the limelight, I'm doing it because this is what you should do.
Yeah.
And then highlighting those people because then they're going to inspire a whole nother generation.
See, that's the
they're going to
whole
inspire
idea.
and connect.
For 17 years, the league has been a respite for anyone who wants to play and is willing to follow the rules. George Hogan, who goes by Quick, has been a part of the league since day one as a player and is now its commissioner.
Day in and day out, every weekend I came to Skid Row to play ball, play ball when I was playing, and I brought all my expertise with it because I played in the NBA also.
Did you?
Yeah, I used
Tell
to
me
play
about
for
that
the Washington
real
Wizards.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play for the Washington Wizards, and I started out. I came from a good school. I graduated high school, came from a good family, ended up in California. I ended up here after my mama passed away in '83. I ended up here, fell on my luck, didn't want to go back to my family in Louisiana, the way that I left. So I ended up in Skid Row. But as I went through my trials and tribulations here in California in the streets, I learned a lot. I learned how to be a man. It made me strong. Prison, in and out of prison, it made me be strong. It taught me how to be a man, be responsible. Okay, out of these 17 years that passed, through the Streetball League and other organizations that me, OG and them do, like Trash for Cash and You know what I mean? Go around and feed the homeless and stuff, you know what I mean? It taught me how to be more responsible, more giving, more heartfelt. It taught me how to do all that. You know what I mean? So now, I'm at a point now where I moved up so far, I can work 3 jobs now. I work in SoFi football stadium. I've made supervisor there. I've made sergeant on my other job, 2 jobs. So, you know what I mean? I came a long ways, you know what I mean? From ground zero, you know what I mean? And I give all my gratitude and gratefulness to OG because he was more like a father to me than anything.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? He stayed with me. He made me believe that I could do whatever I needed to do to get back to where I wanted to be in my life. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been this far.
And it was through the involvement with
It was
the
through the
Streetball
involvement
League.
with the Streetball League. The Streetball League that got me back.
People couldn't believe
Nobody
that
couldn't
people
believe.
involved in gangs and drugs could get
This
together.
Streetball League was made up of nothing but gang members, drug addicts, you know what I mean, what have you, so on, so on. You know what I mean? A lot of drug addicts had their kids, their little kids would come to the park. It gave them some kind of hope, man, to see us out there unity as a unity. You know, Crips, Bloods, all of us playing together. Where you wouldn't see that anywhere else, with no referees. Everybody learned how to respect each other's cause. Everybody learned how to respect each other. It was just family.
And now you're here.
Now I'm here.
Now you're here.
17 years.
Yep. And now you're commissioner, giving back to the league that helped raise
Who
you.
would I said to myself, I said, who would have ever thought I would have been commissioner? Because OG was commissioner for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I'm reaching back. I'm giving back to what somebody gave me. Got a lot of young kids, man, that's in downtown LA right now, man, that families don't understand, or they mom and daddy don't understand what development he done brought them into. Because this is the last thing right here. This is the bottom of the barrel. Yeah. And if you're not thinking and know how to maneuver yourself through this here, you'll be stuck here for years and years and years on the streets with nothing. You know what I mean? It's about choices, but see, that's where we come in at, as a unit. The ones that have been here, been through this, know the ropes, know what's going on, reach back. You know what I mean? I did my dope out here on these streets. You know what I mean? I gang bang out here in these streets, man. So you know what? I mean, don't feel bad. I ain't gonna never look down on you for nothing that you do. I'm gonna tell you this. Pick your head up, man, and always think positive, man, no matter what you do. You know what I mean? It's always the light gonna shine on you again. You just have to make the right choices for it to happen.
Cruso Herring is a legendary LA streetballer, artist, and former professional who started playing in the league in 2009. His love for OG Man has kept him involved and off the streets.
2008, 2009 was like, hey, we got the Streetball League. I'd like for you to come involved with yourself with it, with you being somebody that played ball overseas and playing professional basketball. And for me, I was like, yeah, Streetball League, man, and it's Skid Row. Nobody's really gonna be down there to play like that. And then I'm ended up getting caught back up into the drugs. Like, I'm all right, OG, man. You know, he was like, no, I got Nike behind it. And I got city people and Jan Perry, and I got people behind it. I was like, okay, let me come check it out. So I was like, okay, so he's not just bullshitting, you know? Because for me, it needed to be something big for me to come back, or I'm gonna go back to selling drugs, you know?
Yeah.
So, but if my OG said something, he wanted something done, then, you know, my thing was to show that he just wasn't talking shit.
Yeah.
So,
what was it about those early years that helped you out, being involved in the league?
Believe in OG, man. You know, him starting it so small, and you know what I mean? But he takes his time, he puts it together. Growing up, we have a lot of things that we want to do, but we don't have the tools. And I see OG work with what he has. And he believes. So, that's the thing, I believe in him. He believes in me, so it's about backing him. Man.
Still doing it to this day.
Man, if he called me, I'm coming. Regardless. I believe in him. He believes in me.
Now you're giving it back to the community as well. By being here, by representing, passing it down to your son.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to listen. But no, I just feel like we got to back each other. OG Man has a lot of ideas, and he works with what he has. And to be told that you're not going to be anything, you're not going to do anything, that's what OG was told. All he does is see how he can help somebody else. So my thing is, that's our purpose here. Our purpose is to being a head or being the elder. We're supposed to plow so the next person can come behind and plant. And then whoever's after is supposed to be able to come water, and whoever after is supposed to be able to watch it. You know what I mean? So he plows well. So I love him. Yeah.
Man, thank you for sharing.
I didn't know I was going to cry, man.
No, man, I feel you, man.
That's my dude, man.
Yeah. We've only known each other for a little bit, but I can tell that man is surrounded by love. At what point did you realize it was going to turn into something? It turned into this.
Well, basically, at the time, in LA, there's a lot of gang problems, okay? And when we started the league, went out in the neighborhood and started getting there different players, and the players were from different organizations. There was, there's a lot of Bloods and a lot of Crips down there, okay? And so I was like, this might be my way out, because I don't want to have no fight and all that kind of stuff. So I talked to him. I said, well, y'all Bloods and Crips, y'all fighting each other. I don't know if this is gonna work. I said, why don't you go back to your neighborhood, talk to your people, and see if you really want to do this. You know what I mean? And so they came back and they said they was gonna try. And I thought that was big. If I can get gang members that's actually fighting to try to get along, that would be major. And it worked.
So I'll tell you what, like hearing them say that and being willing to try is one thing, but it worked, which is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
So how did you make it work?
One of the things that, I'll tell you about all the different words. The words came from what the men weren't doing. When we seen they wasn't doing teamwork, they're arguing. You're on the same team and y'all arguing. Teamwork became an important word, okay? They wasn't coming to the meetings on time. Punctual became a certain, like I said, trust, okay? Strategy. You gotta have a strategy in life. Even to play ball, you gotta have a strategy. Like I say, some people weren't coachable because they don't understand strategy. So everything that they weren't doing, those are what we came up with. I was like a counselor. Every game I had to assess what went good, what went bad, okay? And I just took that and I would go back to them, okay? Let's discuss this here. That would be part of our league meeting. So, like I say, in studying basketball, and I didn't even know it too, that I was mentoring.
Well, it's like you were saying, people have different definitions for the same word.
Yeah, and we need to know that.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to you, I know if I say I love you or you love me, I know what you mean. I know it ain't the same, mine.
We were very clear.
But we still close. We understand. I know you feel this way and I feel this way, and that way we can we're still communicating. We're really communicating because I know what you mean by the words you're saying. A lot of them I have to tell them to stay out of jail because I got different job contracts come through. It ain't gonna do me no good to be in jail. So you gotta learn how to stay out of jail. Sometimes that requires you to be patient. Sometimes get away from some of the people you're around. Change your attitude, your mindset. So, like I say, when I heard them Blood and Crips say that, I said, man, I want to try this. We've been together for 17 years, you know what I mean? But we family, and we could all trust. What Quick was saying, we give people jobs. Yeah. We give people jobs. You want to play basketball? Yeah, but it's more than just a game. So I'm gonna hook you up with Quick and got some work for you. We share resources with each other. And like you said, we lost a lot of people, man. We lost people, man, that was on drugs. So I had to tell everybody, man, sometimes we got to stop and really look out for each other. Yeah. You know what I mean? And not just get caught up in certain things, because that's what we are. We family, we friends. We are all family here, and we all real friends here. You know what I mean? And that makes it different. That's why we able to accomplish things. because we really into, what we doing. You know what I mean? It's not superficial. We really know we dug in. And now we got enough experience to sit other people down and explain and walk through all of this shit. You know what I mean? So while everybody else was trying to put Skid Row down, you don't want to be with Skid Row. We realized the potential. We built it up.
You lifted it up.
We built it up. And the brand became something significant. You know what I mean? So, we had one shirt, Skid Row, old name with a new face.
All these years later, it's almost like and just talking to you before as well, it's like, because COVID or whatever, it's almost like a new beginning. This year.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So what are you hopeful for?
So I got a chance to kind of sit back and let the commissioners, Ron commissioner, Quick is the new commissioner, Cruso president, and let them kind of take over a little bit, where I can still, like I tell them, I just want to be around to help guide stuff, you know what I mean? But I really want y'all to take, like Nick came in from Venice Beach, where we gonna go from here, let's start a new schedule, we got the councilman here, you know what I'm saying? So we got funding possibilities coming in. So it's not like it was 17 years ago. It's a whole different thing right now, yeah.
Oh man, I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you coming, man.
I appreciate you welcoming us into your community here.
Well, thank you.
For real.
That's the other thing. You can be part of the community. That's the great thing about Skid Row.
Yeah.
Is, you know what I mean? There's not one single person that was born on Skid Row.
Right.
Ain't that something? But we Skid Rownians though, see? So we adopt that. You know what I mean? We got the positive attitude, everything, and all of the possibilities, but also with the struggle. You know what I mean? We're stakeholders.
Yeah.
This is not no poverty program, I say that in the thing. We are stakeholders, okay? So we had to make our presence felt, especially at the governmental level. We're probably the only grassroots organization in Skid Row.
Yeah.
I mean, real, truly grassroots. You know what I mean?
You should be very proud.
Yeah, I am. Man, I'll help you here, man. Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to a long friendship.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We're just getting started. I've been involved with the Skid Row community for over 15 years through a nonprofit that was created in 1980. I have to admit, never coming across such a grassroots organization like this. Organizers, athletes, artists, friends, family, all from the community, for the community, and still here in the community. The media and public narrative only paint a picture of Skid Row as a place of despair, poverty, drugs, gangs. But if you look for yourself, if you look a little bit closer, you'll see that this community deserves a better story. Of a place where you can find pride, respect for what people have overcome, and hope for what they will become. A story that celebrates those who are here, have always been here, building the people of Skid Row up. Just like OG says, an old name with a new face.